To me, Global Reach Out is inspiring.
It's connecting with God, reaching out to the world, and impacting life.
The stories that shared is so personal and it deeply impacted me.
Global Reach Out to me is reach out to the truth.
Connecting hearts, connecting lives. You're listening to Global Reach Out.
Hello friends, a very warm welcome to Global Reach Out. Today, we begin a new series called Highway to Happiness. In fact, humankind has always been searching for happiness. In this webcast, we hope you will learn the 3 practical, powerful, and proven principles to happiness.
Good morning. My name is Johnson Lim, and I am the director for the Baptist Institute for Contemporary Christianity. This morning, I want to share with you a very important topic, and that is Highway to Happiness. One of the greatest kings, if not the greatest, who ever ruled this earth is none other than King Solomon between the period of 1011 to 931 BC. His reign was known as the Golden Age. He established Jerusalem as his capital city. His fame, wisdom, power, and wealth were widely known in the ancient Near East. Wisdom. We are told that now God gave Solomon wisdom and very great discernment and breadth of mind, like the sand that is on the seashore. Solomon's wisdom surpassed the wisdom of all the sons of the East and all the wisdoms of Egypt, for he was wiser than all men. His fame was known in all the surrounding nations. Wealth. Solomon received 25 tons of gold annually. This was above and beyond the taxes and profit on trade with merchants and traders. All kings of Arabia and various assorted governors also brought silver and gold to Solomon. The king made a massive throne of ivory with a veneer of gold. The throne had 6 steps leading up to it with an attached footstool of gold. King Solomon's chalices and tankards were made of gold, and all the diners' ware and serving utensils in the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. Wives and women. According to the Bible, Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. The wives were described as foreign princesses, including Pharaoh's daughter and women of Moab, Ammon, Sidon, and Hittites. These wives are depicted as leading Solomon away from Yahweh towards idolatry. Weaponry. Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots and 12,000 horsemen. Chariots were to the ancient warfare what the tank is to modern warfare, gave both an increased mobility and an exceptional striking force. His other accomplishments include the composition of 3,000 proverbs and 1,005 songs. He built as a magnificent temple known as the Solomonic Temple. His reign was called the Golden Age. The citizens prospered and there was peace and stability in the country. The extent of his rule was wide and far. With fame and fortune, wisdom and wealth, power and people, strategic, advanced weaponry and military might, many wives and concubines, he should have been the happiest man on earth. He had everything a king could have ever wanted. We would have expected him to tell us how happy he was. Instead, we read with great shock recorded in the book of Ecclesiastes, which has been ascribed to Solomon, who said that, meaningless of meaningless, utterly meaningless, everything is meaningless. That word in Hebrew is habel, which means breath or vapor. English words that have been used include pointless, vanity, futility, absurdity, and uselessness. Put it another way, nothing is worthwhile. Everything is futile, according to the Living Bible. So we learn one important hard truth from the wisest and wealthiest king, speaking from years of experience, that possessions, prosperity, prestige, properties, and even having many wives and concubines do not equate with happiness. He was right. So, what happiness does not depend on? According to the present and past philosophers, great teachers, religious books, happiness does not depend on the following thing. Number one, money or possessions. You often hear the phrase, if I could have enough money, I would be happy. The question with this statement is, how much is enough? The answer, just a little bit more. Moreover, if money is the primary key to happiness, why are there people with money but not happy? There are celebrities with money but chose to take their own lives. Moreover, if money is the index of happiness, how do you explain people who are not rich yet happy? In a word, happiness cannot be bought. Wealth has little to do with it. A person is rich or poor according to what he or she is, not according to what he or she has. Henry Ward Beecher. Good education, a university degree, awards, titles, etc. also do not mean happiness. People who are illiterate, no degrees or titles can be happy. Third, outward circumstances of achievements do not equate with happiness. So, the question rises, what does happiness depend on? Happiness begins with a positive mind and not so much on your aptitude, but attitude. Without a right attitude, it is difficult to be happy. Instead, happiness does not depend on what your position in the world, the condition you are in, what jobs you do, nor how much possession, properties you have. Rather, happiness is dependent on your disposition. There are many things people may rob you of, but there is only one thing that is truly yours, which no one can take from you, which is your disposition. This is a fact. Change your disposition and you will change your condition. Change your attitude and you will change your altitude. Therefore, happiness is about your attitude or disposition. Happy living depends on changing your outlook and you will change. Or rather, happiness depends changing your in-look and you will change your outlook. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes, according to William James. If you want your life to improve, you must improve yourself. To want to improve your circumstances without improving yourself is not possible. If you begin to realize that this is your attitude that affects the way you live, act and respond, your response to situations will be different. You are free to choose, but never the consequences. It has been correctly stated that every morning when you wake up, you have two choices. You have the choice to enjoy or hate life. Start living today by adopting a positive attitude and see what happiness brings. A happy person is not a person in a set of circumstances, but rather a person with a set of attitudes. Hugh Downs. Happiness is an attitude. We either make ourselves miserable or happy and strong. The amount of work is the same. Francesca Reigler. Those who wish to sing always find a song, according to Swedish proverb. The only difference between a good day and a bad day is your attitude. Dennis Brown. Happiness is a conscious choice, not an automatic response.
We will close here today. Please stay tuned to Global Reach Out. Let's meet again next week. Goodbye.
The program is proudly presented by Global Reach Out. We welcome you to share our live enriching webcasts with family and friends through our website, global-reachout.org. Let's reach out to bless more lives together.